Howdy folks, it's Harrison with Mainely Acres, and today we have a product review to share with you guys. So here recently I was sent out a couple of these smart plugs by G Home Smart Plugs, and they wanted us to review these plugs so that way I could share with you guys to let you know what I think about them. So I've been running them now for about 3 weeks, and I can tell you that I am really impressed with this company, and I think these plugs are definitely worth sharing with you guys. So full disclaimer before we get into the video, I am not paid to do this commercial. They did send these out free of cost to us, but other than that, my reviews and thoughts are of my own. So if this is something you're interested in, then stay tuned. Alrighty, so if you guys aren't familiar with what smart plugs are, basically they're these little plugs that you can plug into your home so that way you can make life a little bit easier for you and automate some things. So you can plug in all kinds of different devices and lamps and coffee makers and even aquarium setups like we see here to these plugs, and then you can control all of this stuff with your smartphone, with your Alexa system, any type of home smart type system you can control. You can do that with these plugs as well. Now, some of the little features that these plugs offer is that you can use voice control if you're hooked to, say, like an Alexa. You can use the app control like I use on the phone, since we don't have an Alexa or some type of hub. You don't need one with these plugs. You can do everything with your phone, which I'll show you later. They also come with a scheduled timer, so if that's something you're interested in, like with my fish aquarium here, I run my lights for 8 hours on and the rest of the time off. So I just set that timer in the app that comes with this, and it will automatically turn those lights on and off when I need them. Now, one thing I want to jump into before I go showing you how to use these and how simple they are, these operate on the 2.4 gigahertz on your Wi-Fi signal. So if you guys aren't familiar with that, a lot of modems and routers in your home are running 5Gs nowadays, and if that's what you're running and your router won't allow you to run the 2.4Gs, then that's going to be something that you're going to need to look into, because these plugs only work on the 2.4 gigahertz span. It's not a problem here at our home. We are running 5Gs, but we do have a way to turn on the 2.4 as well. So you'll want to make sure that this is, the 2.4, you're running 2.4 on your phone and also to the router. That's going to be important when you go to link all of these things up together. So now that we got that technical mumbo jumbo out of the way, let's talk about really how easy these are to use. So basically, you plug it into the wall, and in my instance here, I plugged both of these plugs into the wall to give me 4 outlets. So I'm running a light, a hang on the back filter, a little air filter here, and a heater there in the back. Then what you're going to want to do is hold down the bottom button for 5 seconds. And what that's going to do is it's going to reset the plugs. And at that time, while the plugs are resetting, you also want to go over to your router and reset that as well. So now that you have this reset, your router's being reset, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and take a picture of that barcode, get the app installed, and then what you're going to want to do is open the app, which is called GoSund. And if you've done everything correctly and everything's been reset, you should see your little plug show up on this app here. And then you can go into them and customize them. You can call them whatever you want. You can even label each plug here. And then it's just as simple as pressing a button, lights go out, the filter in the back goes out. I come over here, I turn my heater off, and I turn the air filter off, and now I'm ready to do maintenance to my fish aquarium and do a water change or whatever I need to do. Now, I didn't need to go through and hit each individual one. I could just hit this button on the top, and as you guys can see, it brings them back on. And the same thing here to that weak signal thing goes away. and turn that back on there. So now you guys can see the lights back on and the filter's running. Now you will notice that I received a weak signal little flash there on the app. That hasn't been a problem when I'm running this, because let's just show you. I'll turn off the lights real quick and then turn them back on. And you guys can see that there's no problems with that. I believe the reason why I'm getting that is because I'm kind of on the end of what our router reaches out to. I'm about 45 feet away from our router. So if you are planning on using these like far away from where your router is, you might want to look into an extender which will allow your Wi-Fi signal to be extended a little bit further through your home. But I haven't found that we've ran into that issue here at the home, so it's perfect for what we have here. So that is just how easy it is to use. It's really great, especially if you're running your aquarium lights on a timer and you want to run them for like 8 hours on a day. You can set that into the app and it will automatically do it for you. So it's just really cool to have. I've really enjoyed using this, and I thank them for sending these out. So if you want to check these out for yourself and order some, there is a link down in the description. So thank you guys so much for staying tuned in. As always, guys, take care and spend time with that family.